it's only going to become reality for some folks about what I've been saying and others have been saying about the ideas that are going to be, I guess, pushed as a mainstream for America here real shortly. And when people start seeing the truth behind what real true leftism is, see, if you go to the extreme left or extreme right, you have issues, okay? And people think that I'm on the extreme right. Well, no, I'm actually pretty middle of the road right. But I understand what it means, what the extreme left has actually become and done. But I want to be real specific here. When the average American, okay, this is what's going to be terrible. This is what's going to be terrible for the mainline classic liberal Democrat. Is they're going to actually be the next target. But they don't know right now. Most Democrats don't know that what happened with the election actually impacted Democrats greatly. That there was a massive number of Democrats that actually voted for President Trump. And you can go back to looking at the Reagan Democrats from back in the 80s. But understand that when these people who are the mainline, middle-of-the-road Democrats, when they see the policies that are going to be used by this administration, they're going to have like real come to Jesus moment. And there will be a whole lot of Democrats that become independents and potentially even Republicans, but the Republican Party is just as terrible. But they probably will hop off the Democratic ticket because they see what's actually going to take place when certain things happen in their lives and when they see things happen through their kids. It's basically going to happen. And I can foretell it right now just because I know what leftism actually is and what it does to people and how it actually impacts folks on the interior. But what I want to communicate to you right now is there's actually a lot of hope in it, but it's going to take perseverance. The hope in it basically is this: are you willing to communicate with those people who seem to have maybe a little bit of difference with you, but they also have a lot of similarities with you? Because you know who the freaking crazy nut job leftists are. You know who they are in your life, okay? But you also know those who are that have a lot more sense. They have a different political ideology. They might be a Democrat, but they actually have the sense to think fairly. Because when people who are the mainline classic liberal, they will say, okay, I don't like free speech being negated for certain people, but they also won't like punishment, retribution, and then what they'll call making amends for the wrongs of the previous administration by punishing the people who voted for the previous administration. They actually will not like that, but they'll understand and they'll see that can get turned on me in a heartbeat. They'll actually know and understand that. So this is what I want to encourage you today about. Let's see, the issue with us, the people who are on the right, middle of the road, you're a Trump supporter, middle of the road right, is that we allowed one individual to speak for our masses, okay? We didn't take the initiative ourselves. We need to do that. But to do that takes courage. And to do that means that you have a discussion about ideas. If you have people who are vitriolic, who are just like, you're stupid and you're a racist and this and that, those are folks you talk to. Those are people you try to exchange ideas with. But the people who are really just there just to listen, who might say, okay, maybe, you might have a point, because they might have good points too, and you just discuss those points and you find the common places. But it's not going to be with the people who are vitriolic. So I want to encourage you about this today, that what has been passed to you has been a torch of perseverance, but it comes by speaking, it comes by listening, but it comes by standing up for what you believe and why you believe it. Because if you don't, we'll end up in the same situation again, where the establishment wins. Remember, Democrats lost this last election. They don't know it yet. They don't know it yet, but they'll find out real quick. Leftists won, not Democrats. Leftists won. Okay? Take care.